Hey guys, I'm going to do a 15 plus 10 while logged in. The difference is I'm currently 1439, so we've actually got 1329. Alright, well we're going to go normal repertoire, seeing as I'm playing against a real match. We have a Caro-Kann. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm going to play very quickly. And the von Hennig. So the most common moves are knight out to defend the pawn and bishop out to defend the pawn, because the pawn is obviously under attack and currently undefended. So this would be, oh, don't like that. Okay, just drop back. I've had this a few times. Just upping the danger level. So you attack my pawn, I attack your bishop, but I don't know. Also means there's no, there we go, and we just carry on. You can even pre-move the recapture with the knight. 1329. So you notice that chess.com actually, if you're on a losing streak, it starts to pitch you against even lower rated players. And we'll go, oh no, my queen. Oh no, it's not oh no, my queen. I did the right move. I meant to do this move. You see? You distracted me. The king has to take. There's no two ways about it. The only other move is this, and then you just lose a pawn and castling rights, and I come here and win the bishop. You have to take. There we go. Now we win the bishop. You have to capture with a knight, obviously not the queen, although we have two attackers. You don't want to use the queen first. That would be silly. Okay, if the king goes here, there's also a checkmate threat potentially. After takes, oh, okay. That is actually the better move for black, but black now has a centralized king and an isolated e-pawn. And this is not good. So generally, excuse me, another great thing for white is that you've got options of castling both sides, and both sides are actually really interesting. Notice the queen still defends this, so queen takes d4 is not on. And now we've got ideas of maybe develop the bishop, long castles putting our rook on the d file behind Dave, or short castles putting our rook on the f file, which is completely open. And that's very appealing. Common sense says getting the bishop out now or in immediate castles is both fine. And material is actually equal, but black is in a hideous position. Already. This is worth a mighty 6 points if I can secure the win, which will skyrocket me to 1445. So this is practically speedrun now. Part of my world's longest ever speedrun to 1600. Okay. Now this does kind of beg for that, but the problem is that bishop there blocks off my queen's defense of the pawn. I could simply defend the pawn like this. I could also just come here and castle. It doesn't really matter. Or bishop here maybe, putting extra pressure on this pawn. Kind of like that. It kind of invites a kick. I really would like to long castle now the queen's on here. Let's investigate short castles. I also have a check, but then g6, yeah? Also drops his pawn. So I feel like I want to bring the bishop out. I don't want to put it on this square. Let's go quiet. I think bishop e3. Adds another defender to the pawn. Yes, the bishop itself is undefended right now. But that is easily amended. Ooh, hang on. Ooh, there's a nice check there, but in a position like this, question, do you want to trade your queens off? And the answer, I think, is no. Why? Because the opponent's king is more vulnerable. Yes, both kings are still in the center, but I have options of castling either side. White does not. Now he can, actually. So on the previous move, obviously he can't castle that way because the bishop's in the way, and he can't castle here anyway because he'd be castling into check. Now he can. So if he castles, I mean, it's not nice, is it? I also have this. Didn't even consider that before. That comes with tempo. Also kind of shields the bishop a bit. This is the kind of thought that I was not putting into any of my games yesterday. When I dropped from 1550 to about 1386, I think, at one point. I can't see anything wrong with this because I can almost certainly long castle on the next move. It does undefend this pawn if I castle. So if I go here, and the queen can't go there because she gets taken. If the queen goes here, then I can't castle because it hangs this pawn because the knight's no longer there defending it, right? Or maybe I should just castle first. Castling first means that opponent also gets a chance to castle, but that then pins his knight, and that's just not brilliant, is it? Pushing the pawn even. Okay, let's castle and think later. I'm quite comfortable. This is now a move as well. Now that, you see, the nice thing about castles is, long castles, is that it puts the rook straight in one of the two central spots, which is not the case with short castles. Okay. Here, you take my queen, I take your queen with check. I can't recapture his knight though, so I don't see any point in that. Let us move the queen. Does he want to, is that his idea? Does he want to castle? I mean, I could just come back here and maintain my eyes on c8, yeah? I could drop here, which might prompt a trade of queens, opening up another open file for me, which I don't think is a bad thing. Can't counterattack the queen, because takes, check, you take me, I can't recapture. I'll just lose a piece. Queen here is quite nice. I mean, it is central. Oh, apart from, thank you, yeah, the fact that I still dropped the queen. I'm just inclined to play this. It just looks really natural. Kind of just defends this pawn, defends the bishop. It's out of range of the knight. We know this, right? It's 1, 2 moves just to attack the square. You're on the wrong colour. Very safe. This looks really tempting. Also opens up the e-file a bit, eh? This is defended. This is defended. My knight has options. It can come there. It can come here. Could trade knights. Centralize the queen. Get a rook behind the queen. So I've had this with the von Hennig quite a few times. Surely temple. You can't take my knight because you lose your queen. You can't capture there because the knight takes you. Okay, so we have queen. Okay, this is interesting. Queen here. Now, if the queen should capture here, I have queen takes c6 check, which is probably deeply unpleasant. So what about b3? b3 again, upping the danger levels. No, because queen takes knight, queen takes, queen, pawn takes. I lose a knight. Knight to here would be silly because then queen takes and I don't have that. My knight's in the way. So, and then maybe knight to here. what we've got to be careful about is if queen takes a2, then I do have an escape square, so I've got to be a bit careful, that's all. Here, queen takes here, I take the knight with check. You have to move one of your pawns, neither is good. In fact, that one's pinned, so that's not even on. Here, queen takes, I take knight, g takes, then I take here with check. I give up a pawn, but hey. The cock-a-doodle-doo of impending doom. Right, you have you have one chance. If I can play king b1, I will. I'm not up in material, but I am up. Up, up, up we go. Queen is defending this right now. There, g has to take because this pawn is pinned. All right, with the victory crows. Oh man, I have this move. Right, if my opponent does something wrong, this is a royal fork because this pawn is pinned and not defending that square. Jesus, squeeze us. If here, no, I might as well just take the knight. I mean, well, check there. There is no pawn takes, the king has to move. Is this a good thing? I'm not sure. I can also just like defend and everything, but that's not the point. He's having a jolly good think now. Right. I do now have b3. Right, let's think this through. If I take with the queen, taking with the queen is fine. You take here, I take here with check. King is forced to one of these squares. Not happy. Not a happy king at all, precious. Okay. If I hit the queen, can the queen go anywhere and defend the knight? Yes. Well, but having said that, it's attacked twice. Are there any checks on the knight? No. This is something you have to be sure of, right? Here, though, I am moving off the dark square, and he's still got a dark square bishop. Yeah, he's not decided to use it yet. My bishop's great. My rooks are fantastic. I mean, I do even have ideas of maybe capture with a rook and double up. I don't know. If I hit the queen, I'm endeavouring... The point is to save a4. How important is that? Well, if I was very lazy and did this, that would be checkmate because knight's looking at that, yeah? So let's say I play b3. How can black defend the knight? He can't. So what can he do? Can't sack the queen. There ain't no checks on the knight. It's the wrong colour. That is the only check from the queen, and that doesn't work. Can't take this pawn. I think I can play b3. Prove me wrong. Here, I take the knight. Here, you win the pawn anyway. But nice squeeze away. And then I do this check business. And then this pawn is... I don't know. No, the bishop's still defending. That is a... oh, no, there... oh, no, I can't trade off. There I take the knight with the queen, I think. And maybe even ideas of this. Put 3 attackers on that pawn. I've got rook, queen, bishop. Bishop also attacks this. That is probably the move. Can the knight attack my queen? Yes, you can go there, in which case you get taken. You can go there, in which case you get taken. So those are the only two. Got to be very conscious of this. These moves here. I'm a big fan of knight geometry. It is my favourite piece on the board. Okay, there we have this. So I'm thinking... obviously, trading queens doesn't work because he then captures with his knight. So, okay, I'm just going to take here. This is not too scary. I have to move out the way. But then I still have this, and the e-file is completely open. Yeah, I'm down a pawn. Also, this queen is like out of action. And where's the rest of black's junk? Still in the box. Excellent. So I come, let's say check there, king d2, queen gets greedy and grabs a pawn. I grab this pawn, which is far more important, with check. King is forced to one of these squares. Just drop my bishop back, ideas of more checks. Even queen here, check. Oh, well you just missed the, okay, now I can't take there. Got 2 attackers, 2 defenders on this. I now have king b1. Of course I do. I also have bishop there, forcing the rook away. I also have bishop here, putting attacker number 3 on the e7 pawn. Got 2 defenders right now. He'd have to bring his rook up to here, or the queen back. That doesn't work because of the pawn. You had one opportunity to get in here and cause a bit of mischief, but attacking with one piece is not easy, guys. You need generally 3, which we have. Black obviously does not, seeing as he's not decided to use half of his army at this point. Obviously I'm being facetious, because that hangs, by the way. Defended. Oh, no, defended by the queen. Always a good idea to do this. There we go. So you do this. So you have chosen death. And that's a good move generally. I'm also looking at d5. Might have chances of this too. That's quite good. Do I actually want my rook on here? I want a rook on here. Shall I hit the queen and like stick my rook here? Something like that. That with tempo. Queen can't go there. Can't go there. Can't go. Hold the phone. Right. Hold the rook. Has she got herself trapped? You dozy cow. No, she has to. Oh my lord. She's trapped. Move 21 TP medium. Resigned. B. Go, Hunty, go. Go, Hunty, go. Oh man, that was evil. Oh, her best option is to trade her life for a lowly rook. Interesting. Right, game review. Gentlemen, ladies, place your bets. Did I play like a 1500? Please put 1500. Please be 1500. In fact, I'm sure I will have done, because those first... 90. Opponent played well though, man. 77-9. One mistake by me. Did you spot it? Did I spot it? What's the guess that Elo? Opponent played like a 1500. I played like a 2K. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, where's this mistake? Let's just do a quick whiz through. We know all these moves. Yeah, okay, it says that's good, but hey, it wins. Now, and that is a blunder. It loses a pawn. We know this. So what I meant to do was this move. Okay, a knight e5 is fine, and then if they obviously if they capture, it's checkmate. That was one of the games I got in 9 moves yesterday, right? But I forgot to do that. I played the better move instead by accident, and it's +1.5 already. There's only 2 legal moves, and one of them's just dead lost. Okay, so king takes, brilliant. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. And yeah, they should. And look, the point is, and so many people do this, so many people decide, oh, I've just lost a piece. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll trade off my only developed bit. Don't do that. You're down in material, you're down in initiative, you're a long way off castling, you've got structural weaknesses. Why? If white takes the knight here, you can repair your pawn structure at least, and maybe have a chance of getting your king safe. Well, yeah, you'll have to castle by hand, but don't do this. 3.6 now for me. Okay, that's inaccurate. Yeah, I saw that, but it does undefend the pawn. So if we do this and they take the pawn, what happens? Oh, we win the queen. We win the queen with the disco fairy. A disco fairy. Nice, nice move, man. Got to remember that one. Got to remember that one. Oh, that's a double attack. Anyway, we didn't do that. We did this. No, there was a wishy-washy move. I know it was a wishy-washy move. I knew it at the time. I couldn't find anything better. Okay, knight out is great. Castles is great. Queen f3. You say so. There, the queen f3 now. Good. Counter-attack, upping the danger levels. Best move. Queen she move. Of course. Of course. Central. Look, you put the royal family on the same file, and it's just saying, please can we have a rook on this file? Best move. Best move. Ooh. And we saved the pawn. We had a good think about this, didn't we? We talked about this. And that's good, but not great. We win the knight. We're now +7. And that is good, but... Wow, rook d3 there was best. But king b1, and that's an excellent move. So is the queen just dead? And that's an excellent move. So are you telling me that there is no saving that queen? Wow. So that's why it wasn't the best move. Wow. Anyway, I'll take that. Boys and girls, he's back. My brain came back on. I just had to switch it off and back on again. There you go. All right, enjoyable game. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you later.